If I was going to review the book, The Emotion Code, I would say that the most profound discovery, the most profound process, and the one that yields the biggest holy ball results in the whole world is the heart wall. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Emotion Code Bros show today. Today, we are going to get some update and some news on the heart wall from the book, The Emotion Code, with Dr. Bradley Nelson, and John's going to give us an update shortly. My name is Michael Loge. I'm a certified Emotion Code practitioner. I'm here at the Bro Show. Today, John, we're on episode 194. What does that mean, Captain Obvious? There's 193 other episodes. That means we've worked on at least 193 about 193 unique items every Saturday. Go back and check out our library of episodes. Good morning to you, John. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, the other half of the Bro Show here. My name is John Inverarity, certified Emotion Code and Body Code practitioner, and helping people all over the world clear heart walls, relieving aches and pains, mental health concerns. It's kind of hard to believe we're at 194. We're this far along. Hey, we've been doing this for a few years here.
I've never done anything 194.
Yeah. Hey, if you're watching live, say hello. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, say hello. Let us know where you're from.
Yes. If you're a practitioner, hang around. And if you're just discovering us for the first time, you might want to join us every Saturday so you can see some of the different approaches that we have. John and I, John in particular, has been in business for how many years now? 7?
Almost 9. Yeah, 9 years.
9. And I think I maybe 4 or 5. So we've got a lot of experience. We know how to work with the emotion code. We know the kind of questions to ask. So you might just want to model some of our behavior and our questions so you can be successful as well. First thing we're going to do today, John, is a quick couple of announcements. Look, I know you might not think it, but I'm not a golfer, but check this out. I recently did a podcast, and the guy asked me if I wanted to be on the podcast, and I said yes. And then the day before, he sends me some questions that he wanted to ask, and one of them was, what's one of the songs that you would want to hear on the way to the tee? You know what I wrote him back? I hate every word in that sentence. So anyway, you've got to listen to the podcast. I managed to do a 50-minute podcast without talking about golf.
Yeah.
And the key message in this, you've got to listen to it. It's really good. I'm kind of proud of myself that I could do a sporty thing. And the message there was the golf game starts in the car on the way to the golf course. What does that mean? The link to this podcast just appeared in the right-hand side. So check it out. It's lots of fun. And so I go to this guy's site. He's got this 18 strong pod. There's everybody interviewed in a golf suit or shirt.
Yeah.
A suit. I wrote back. I said, am I the only podcast guest ever in a suit? Hashtag, I'm a little different.
Not wearing the Titleist golf shirt.
Yeah. And my other announcement is right here today, live, 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. It's my Law of Attraction book club and workshop. We're going to walk through every process in the book. You will master it at the end or even before the end of the 5 weeks. Our Tuesday group has started. You can still join us because we record it. I tell you, this is some of the best training possible. You're at home. You have a workbook. I'm using accelerated learning techniques. You have time to digest and practice. You get to ask me questions. You get to come back and give updates. It is a master class in applying law of attraction deliberately. It's 5 Zoom calls. The address for it just went to the right-hand side, michaelloche.com, book club. Okay, John, that's it. Back to the Bro Show. John, who is saying what today, please?
Well, yeah, first I want to say hello to our podcast listeners. I get clients all the time saying, hey, I just listened to your podcast. I got it from, the Apple store or whatever. So yeah, shout out there. And Natasha Paula Samuel is with us again. Hi, Natasha.
Natasha,
yeah, Sandra's here from Calgary, Alberta.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Bernie Christensen. Good morning, guys. Watching from, joining us from YouTube.
Yeah, Bernie's on YouTube. And let's see, Letty has joined us.
Letty here from California. Hi, Letty.
Our friend Sheldon Foster from Baltimore, a fellow Law of Attract practitioner.
And motion code. Hi, Sheldon.
Motion code practitioner. I got a lot of hats on. So
Yeah.
Our friend PP.
Permelia. Hi. From a sunny Parksville. Oh, the weather is just so beautiful out here on the west coast of Canada right now. Elaine Goldman, hello from Virginia Beach.
Hello from Virginia Beach. Well, welcome everybody back to the Bro Show. John and I are so glad to have you back. Again, we're on episode 194. We want to talk about the heart wall. It is a big deal. The book could be called The Heart Wall and then talk about the emotion code in it because it's that profound, it's that important. And Dr. Brad's insight is in the development of it. If you've heard other practitioners talk about it, everybody makes a big deal about it. You know why? Because it's a big deal. So yeah. I want to give you an example of a heart wall session that I did with two young brothers, like 12 and 13. And then John's going to describe the heart wall process and Dr. Brad's new insights and process for us to understand. And then we're going to do a little treat at the end so you can understand. So here's the end result of a heart wall session. I met with the mother and had two sons, 12 and 13. They were not even in the video. They weren't in the room. Listen, they didn't even know it was going down. But because I'm the proxy, the practitioner's the proxy, I can also, with the mother's permission, to connect with each child. And in the emotion code session, we're looking and scanning for these emotions. John's going to talk about that in the next process. At the end of the process, here's the result. Well, before their heart wall session, they never liked each other for years. They fought and they bullied and they picked on each other and they wouldn't talk to each other. Like just real not nice brothers, not beating each other up playfully, just hated each other kind of brothers. Cute. Next day, after I did a heart wall session with this brother, and I said, this brother had a heart wall with this brother, and this brother had a heart wall with this brother. John's going to explain what all this means. Here's the end result. The parents in the living room watched the older brother, the younger brother was playing the guitar or trying to learn something, watched the older brother lean over his shoulder and help him find the notes. First time they ever saw them, get close to each other or support each other. Mm. And the funny thing is the boys didn't notice the change. The parents are thinking,
yeah.
So all of that change was because of this energy called heart wall. Cue John in Verarity. John, introduce the heart wall for us and tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, so the heart wall is a big barrier around your heart, Captain Obvious, right? So during troubled times, traumatic times, even just like stressful times, at home or at work, your heart feels that because the heart is more than just a pump, right? It's one of the largest organs in the body, and it can sense things around you, and the energy can be measured up to 12 feet away with certain scientific devices. And so yeah, it's more than just a pump, right? Pumping blood. So it's got a brain of its own, and the heart actually sends more information to the brain than the brain does to the heart, right? So you can say like the heart's the boss of your body, right? And sort of like the brain's behind the operation, right? And so what happens during these stressful, traumatic times is that it builds a wall, and we have what do you build a wall with? Well, you need a material. Yeah. And what's the most excessive material you have in your body? It's trapped emotions. So a trapped emotion is an unprocessed emotion from a past negative event. So a stressful event, traumatic event. And so your heart gathers up all these emotions. It could be like from that experience, or it could be something from the past. Your heart just gathers, and builds this wall, one emotion at a time. And us as practitioners, it's our job to clear out those trapped emotions, one at a time. So you don't have that barrier, that block. So the heart wall, it can create feelings of numbness, isolation, disconnections, conflict in relationships. Like Michael is saying with these two young boys, right? Even like success blocks, aches and pains are on your shoulders and in your back, kind of like the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? So that's kind of like heart wall in a nutshell. And so what I've been finding when I'm working with people is that like I'll clear some heart wall and be like, yeah, it's cleared. Okay, your heart wall's gone, right? So in the past, that was the ultimate goal was to, clear the heart wall. And for me to tell you your heart wall's cleared, and you go on, and you got, unicorns show up in your living room, dance around, right?
Like a vaccination, you have to do it once. There, your heart wall's clear. You're good. You're good to go.
Right. Yeah. So clients came back, they did this, they did that. They had a run in with their boss or something like that, more heart wall. But the heart wall emotions were from like a previous time, from when they were a kid, from like 8 years old, not from current day when they're like 40 or 50 or 60, whenever. Right. And so, and this is over years and years and years. I've been finding this for the last 4 or 5 years. And it's just like again and again and again. Okay, more heart wall, next week. Okay, more heart wall. Heart wall's cleared. Yes, heart wall muscle testing. Heart wall's cleared. And then next week, more heart wall, right? So in the past, the goal was to clear the heart wall in its entirety, 100%. We even measured it. Oh, it's 32 feet or 32,000 feet, whatever it was, right? And get it down to 0. So now the new sort of guidance, and I emailed them. I emailed Dr. Bradley Nelson's team because, right, like I'm kind of like that digital. Yeah. And you'll have clients asking me, so what's the deal? Do I have more heart walls? How thick it is? How many layers is it? So I asked, and they're like, okay, so what's been happening is very, very common. What we're finding is that, you get heart walls cleared. You keep going in the session, or you come back later on in the week or a month later, more heart wall. So the approach now is to get that guidance, let the subconscious guide the session, and there's a timing factor. So really, really important, there's that timing factor. Now, it may be 10 seconds or it may be a month, but you have to respect that timing factor, that where you let everything process out, clear out, let your body integrate, and then go back in, and you can clear more heart wall. So it's you sort of let the heart wall sort of like in the body code, the new body code app, the heart wall can sort of come up on its own because you're muscle testing that. If you're doing emotion code, you can check a few times in the session, and you trying to respect that. Yeah, no heart walls. There's nothing there, but and respect that. You don't push for it, but you keep going in the session. And if heart wall comes up, that's okay. Clear your 2 emotions or your 15 emotions or whatever it may be, and sort of just keep going. And so, that's kind of like the new guidance, is to sort of just focus on clearing one emotion at a time. There's different types of heart wall emotions as well. Yeah. And which is good, right? That gives me clarity. And, a lot of my clients too are, asking about that specific as well. Yeah. Yeah.
I know when my clients, I always start with the heart wall, even if they didn't ask for one. I explain why, because it's way bigger than just around their heart. It has to do with their money and abundance and how they feel about themselves. It's so powerful.
Right.
But in subsequent sessions, I always go back, even though I cleared them, right? I said, do I have a heart wall since the last session? And I didn't really know why there might be another one. And so I just double checked and said, yeah. And I said, I thought I deleted them. So you would probably want to dig a rabbit hole and find out why. You know what I would say? Do I need to know why? No? Okay, delete it. I don't know why it came up again. But so I had the same experience with you. It's like, okay, I thought I cleared that. But, no, not that I did. I thought that was done. So I check with heart walls every time.
Yep.
Subsequent sessions, even after the first one.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, good stuff, John. Thank you.
Good
stuff. So here's what we're going to do. I want to demonstrate how we can, a practitioner, John and I, for example, can find one heart wall. There could be many of them. So I'm looking for a volunteer. This is not a full heart wall session, but I'm going to drag out the process a little bit to show you through muscle testing and asking the right question. I can identify an unprocessed emotion that you didn't process from a previous relationship that's still in there, that's shaped your world. It won't be a full heart wall. Again, I just want to find one emotion. If you're willing to do that today, say pick me. That's what we're looking for, pick me.
Looking for a volunteer?
Well, more friends here.
Hey, John Schlockbach. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, John. Good morning.
John.
Yeah.
Tashina Hill, New Mexico. Welcome. Hello, Tashina Hill.
Tashina, thank you for recommending my muscle testing course. She was in a conversation today in Dr. Brad's Facebook group, and she put a halt to the whole conversation. She said, check out Michael Lozia's muscle testing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fan, hey. Awesome.
You know what the conversation was about, with all due respect, my favorite subject, the sway test. Okay.
Sandy's here.
Okay, Finley is saying, hi, Michael. I'm here, but trying to figure out how to communicate. You are doing it. You are there. You're not live in the room, but you're live in the chat. So good stuff. Pick me, Tony St. Jacques. Okay, let's do that. So Tony's given me permission to become her proxy to connect with her subconscious mind that knows everything. And I'm going to see if Tony has a heart wall, one of them. And I'm going to walk through the process, and John will narrate some of the process. So John, first thing.
Magnet. Yeah. So after we've identified it and surfaced it, we use a magnet, swipe it over to the governing meridian a couple times. That deletes it, clears it, transmutes it. And as practitioners, we like to drink a lot of water just to help. Yeah, we'll just leave it there.
Testing. These are no's. That's a no. That's a yes. Am I Michael? Yes. Am I Tony SJ? She's online right now. Am I Tony?
She's saying a lot of disappointment. That's kind of the theme.
SJ. Yeah, it's not your job to find it. It's mine. Tony.
Or just say.
There we go. Am I Tony O'Shea? Am I Tony S. Smith? Am I Tony SJ? So I would like to find, I'm going to call it the most dominant heart walls, because I could have multiple. What's the most dominant, unprocessed heart wall emotion that's collected around my heart? We don't have to say all of that. Okay, there's one of them, right? So my first question, is it in column A? Oh, it is. I'm done with that question. Is it in row 1? Oh, done with that question. So I'm going to go to A11. It's betrayal. Okay, so I have an energy, a heart wall energy of betrayal. When did this happen? I'm just going to start with age 1. Was I over 1, 2, 3? Oh, I wasn't over 3. Was I age 1? No. Was I 2? No. Was I 3? Yes. Was I older than 3? Yes. Was I 3.1 in what being months? Was I 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7? I was 3 years and 7 months. Really? Really? Subconscious mind can figure that out? Yeah. So there was an experience in the room where I had experienced betrayal. Was this my own betrayal? Yes. Did something, was I betrayed? Yes. And did I ever express it or talk about it or cry or get ticked off or share that with anybody? Did I hold in this betrayal from that many years? Yes. So I have a heart wall of betrayal. Yes. Okay. Can I delete it? Yes. So with the magnet, John, explain this piece.
So we take a magnet, swipe it over the governing meridian. So after you identify it, and helps the whole process of, surfacing it, the magnet over the governing meridian. It's in the acupuncture system. All these meridians, energy channels throughout our body, flowing energy, and the governing meridian connects up to them all. So it's intention-based, amplified by the magnet through the energy system. And it's cleared. Just like that.
There was it. There could have been more, but here's the purpose of that demonstration. 1, your subconscious mind is freaking smart and knows everything. It knows everything. It knows when you were born, what you read, what at the time of the day, how many times you had a bag of Cheetos. But John and I can get those answers, John. But the key to answer the question is they need to be what kind of questions?
A yes or no based question. Yeah. Okay. Response. Answer.
How many bags of Cheetos have I had? No. We could say, have I had over 10 bags? 20? Like we can dance all around to find the number. So I was able to do that, find out the subconscious mind knew exactly when it happened, and it was unprocessed emotion, meaning you, she, in this particular, Tony in this example, had an emotion and never processed it, held it in. Uh-huh. We've all done that. I've been embarrassed before and held that in, and then sometimes, I've gotten rid of it before, but you know what that is when you don't share it, and you hold in that shame or embarrassment or hatred, whatever it is, that's an unprocessed emotion. A lot of therapy will get you to talk about it, and it'll dull the feeling, but it doesn't delete it, with all due respect. Cue the deletion.
The magnet.
It is right here. So not only we can find that unprocessed emotion that's caused and shaped your world and decisions, we found it, and then we can delete it. It's the most important part of the process, is deleting the emotion. Okay, Sandy, if you have a question, go ahead. I'm seeing your comment. She said, how do I get live in the room? Are you talking about, Sandy, the 12 o'clock? You're talking about the Law of Attraction 12 o'clock book club. I'll resend the link to that. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. You're registered for that. So
Yeah, the link's in the up above, right? Or
yeah,
is
she's already registered for it. She would have gotten an email with the links and everything.
Oh yeah, okay. Good.
Yeah, I don't know what no means, Sandy. No to what? Okay, let's go back and show that. Okay, here's what we'd like to do with you and our practitioner friends. What was something that you heard today? What was new? What was information that was new? What was helpful? What made sense to you? Tell us what you're thinking. Okay, let's see. Anybody else in the chat here that we haven't said hello to? No, I think we're doing that okay. Good. So, John, tell people about how they can book with you or I, with your example. How would they book a one-on-one emotion code session, getting their full attention and doing the heart wall session? Tell people how that's done.
Yeah, so if you want to get a hold of us, we both have websites with online scheduling. So I'm at aliveandpeer.com. You can find Michael Lozier, just throw that into Google, or michaellozier.com, removetrappedemotions.com. And so you go into our scheduler, you set your time zone, pick your session, recommend multiple sessions to start. That way we can, we're ready to go with a follow-up session and you're ready to book that right away. Because it's, multiple sessions when you're first starting out, right? We want to, make sure you have good care. And then we can send you a link, do it over Zoom like this, or you can phone us. It's best to email us in advance of what you want to work on. That way we're, ready to go right at the beginning of the session. And, if you have kids and you want us to work on your kids, they don't need to be on the call. Just need you to book the session. That gives us permission. Send us a list of concerns ahead of time again. I mean, you can be on the call if you want, just to join us, or not. You can just say, hey, work on my 10-year-old daughter, son. And
entering pain.
Yeah.
If your child has a physical pain, but if it's behavior, they don't need to know. They don't need to know that they just gave up cheesies and chocolate chip cookies. They don't know that's on your world.
Yeah, resistance to eating veggies, whatever it may be, right? Yeah. So really simple. Again, yeah, I'm at aliveandpeer.com. Yeah. Okay,
now here's what's going on today. We're just wrapping up today's show. Right after today at 10 o'clock, top of the hour, I'm doing another training for my book, Your Life Purpose. It's a free class. It's only going to last about 20 minutes, but I shouldn't say but, and there we go. Oh, we were going to try something today, John. We were going to try putting the emotion code chart on the screen. When I say we, it didn't include you because you didn't know that, but I think we're going to do that next time. Put the emotion code chart like my book is there.
Yeah.
So 10 o'clock, top of the hour, I'm doing about a 20-minute training talking about my book. And I'm also going to give you some guidance on how you can get started so you can uncover what fulfills you. That's live at the top of the hour. Okay. And then at 12 noon today, I'm doing my 5-week book club. It's $159 for 5 weeks. It comes with this already recorded book club with me going through every process. It's a $97 value that's included with that Law of Attraction program. And the address is in the right-hand side, michaellozier.com/book club. Okay. Natasha's giving some comments here.
Yeah, she's saying, I like how John explained new findings with Heartwall. Very interesting. Thanks, Natasha. Yeah. Glad you liked it.
Hello. Thank you for allowing.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Where are you calling from? YouTube. Okay. Good stuff. Listen, John, we don't have a topic for next week. I was thinking about maybe the emotion code for golfers.
Yeah, right.
Well, should we just go with the golf thing?
Are you serious?
I don't know. Listen, the guy that had me on the podcast, you know what his open remarks are? Can you believe we're doing a show on law of attraction and golf? I don't know. You know what? Maybe I should do an emotion code session on his golf podcast. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do.
You know what? I've actually worked with golfers before, tennis players, a lot of different athletes, and it definitely had very, very, very significant results in their game and their performance. And it's absolutely amazing. Yeah,
mindset even.
Yeah, figure skater actually comes to mind. Yeah.
I'm going to show John's webpage here, Alive and Pure. The link to it just went on the right-hand side. We'll do that shortly. You can book your appointment with John, check what he's all about. If you are wanting to get our email, it's in the comments above. We send an email every Friday at 9 in the morning, and then 1.5 hours before the show, so you know the topic and you can be bright and ready to join us live, or of course watch the replay. Let's say goodbye to our friends, John. We'll see you later, everybody.
Yeah, have a great week. See you next week. Thanks for joining us.